Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for showing up for this press conference today. We have 4 days until this weekend's summer extravaganza. Some of you may be wondering why we are holding this presser today. But I will have to inform you that for today, AJ McKee will be withdrawing from the Bellator portion, and Scott Coker will be following up for more details.
Thank you, Sakakibara. You know, this is a sport, unfortunately, that this type of injury or this type of medical issue can happen from time to time, and fighters get injured and they withdraw. And this is a situation where medically AJ McKee cannot continue into our quarterfinals, which means he will be eliminated from the tournament. And we will have him as our first alternate, and you never know what's going to happen in the future. And you know, the one thing is when Sakakibara and I first started talking about this event, this is a fight that we're really looking forward to. We just hope that in the future we can put this fight together again for the fans. But we still have an amazing fight card, and there's a fighter that we're bringing into the tournament we're very excited about. This is a fighter that I saw for the very first time in person on New Year's Eve. So we first got to watch him fight on New Year's Eve against AJ McKee, and he was somebody we're very interested in having in our tournament. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that time, but now, as fate has it, he will be entering our tournament, and he will be entering the quarterfinals against Pitbull, and that's Roberto de Souza, the Rizin champion, will now be fighting in the quarterfinals and be entering the Bellator World Grand Prix Lightweight Tournament, which we're very excited. I think you know, for the Japanese fans, now they have something to be very engaged about for our tournament, and we look forward to a great fight this Sunday.
はい、ありがとうございました。Thank you. それでは今発表がありました両ファイターにご登壇いただきましょう。大きな拍手でお迎えください。パトリキ・ピットブル選手、そしてホベルト・サトシ・ソウザ選手です。
It's always is bad, right? But this happen all fight, all show is normal. Roberto is a high level opponent. He's a champion from Rising. He's a tough guy, very good jiu-jitsu. I believe he will win the fight against AJ McKee. So for me, it's the best opponent to stay in my front this Saturday. So let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. The focus is the same. It's the victory. So change the opponent, but my focus is the same. Take the victory and keep the eyes on the million.
皆さん、こんにちは。Roberto de Souza です。
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm very happy for this opportunity for me to be able to participate in the Bellator Lightweight Grand Prix. This is something that I've wanted, but unfortunately at the time it didn't happen. But now it's happening, although it's a very short notice. But now this is happening. I'll be fighting a very tough fighter, former Bellator champion, and I will work very hard to get myself a win. I take pride that I represent Rizin and the Japanese fans, and I will do this for you. So throughout this time of unfortunate events happening one after another, we are very grateful to Satoshi and Patricky taking this fight. And as Super Rizin experiencing some fallouts, Kai Asakura, AJ McKee, but we are proud that we are able to come up with the best solutions to make things happen. But we didn't want to end there, because this is a summer extravaganza, and we and Scott and the Bellator team, we discussed about how to be able to deliver something special within the given days, which is 6 days. And we have come up with an agreement to add another fighter, and we are very excited to be announcing this following additional fight.
それでは発表がございました2人のファイターの皆さんに登場していただきましょう。大きな拍手をお願いいたします。 パトリシオ・ピットブル選手、そしてもう一人鈴木千尋選手です。
Yeah, this is a very short notice fight. When I got the offer call from Sakakibara-san, I took the fight without a doubt. It was a no-brainer. I'm here to fight. I'm here to go for the knockout. I'm here to do what I do all the time.
I'm a warrior, and I was here as a corner. I am happy with my brother to fight AJ, and they asked me if I'm ready to fight, and I am always training. So when the war is coming, I'm fucking ready all the time. Let's go. Let's do that.
Question from Gong Magazine to Mr. Scott Coker. So the replacement fight for the Bellator Lightweight Grand Prix. So will the duration still be 5 minutes and 5 rounds? And what will the weight be at for the Lightweight Grand Prix?
Yes, very good question. So the 5-minute rounds will be in effect, and they will be fighting at a catch weight. And this is something that we talked internally about with my team and the staff back home. And we did reach out to the other fighters that are still left in the tournament, such as Usman and their management, which is also Shabli's management and also Premises manager. And we said, this is a situation. We would like to move forward. And they all agreed that this is a good compromise. So I think we had a sign off from all the participants, all the stakeholders, and we are moving forward with a catch weight of 161.
Shinda Souza, this will be your first five-round fight. What do you feel about that? And you haven't fought in a cage in a while. What are your thoughts about that? Yeah, so I fought in the cage before, so I'm not too worried about that. I don't really see the difference in the platform. As far as fighting 25 rounds, yes, this was my concern, one of the concerns that I had to consider before taking this fight. But all the fighters are fighting on the same conditions, so if I'm going to enter this Grand Prix, I accept it, and I understand that I have to go through. Question to Patricky. Your new opponent, I know that you were getting ready for a southpaw, but your new opponent is a regular stance. Is that going to affect your fight camp or any kind of your strategy towards this fight?
No. I trained my whole life with the orthodox, so it's no problem for me. I adjust my train for softball, but now it's normal. Everything is normal.
A question to Patricky. We know that you have arrived early to Japan and you were finishing up fight camp with Mikura Asakura. And you mentioned that they shared the same styles as Asian McKee. Now that your opponent has changed to a different type of fighter, do you think this fight camp, the last stuff you did in Japan, will all go to waste?
No, it's normal for me. It's like a train. I'm training with the southpaw, the orthodox guys every day. Doesn't matter who's the opponent. Jiu-jitsu guy. I just here to make my job. I'm ready. 5 rounds, 1 round, 3 rounds, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, box, kickbox, doesn't matter.
Did Asakura give you any advice for your new opponent, Souza?
No. Just train and that's it. We try to make a little sponsors. We try to make connections to do maybe break down in Brazil. Let's see.
A question to the Pitbull brothers. So you will be participating on the same event together. What are your thoughts about fighting on the same day?
ではパトリシオ選手から。
When my brother made his debut, it was like 18 years ago, and it was funny. He won the fight, I won the fight, and I think it's gonna repeat again. And I am very happy to be here, representing my country, my company, and face a great opponent. But I'm gonna win this fight.
The Bellator tried to do this fight long time ago. sometimes you ask me about this, and we say no, it's hard to us. But now, like a magic, this happened Saturday.
Question to Souza. You took a short notice fight, but how were you preparing to fight next? How were you spending the time until you got the call?
もう最初が私の考えがこの試合だけ、ね、もうギリギリで決めたけど、とりあえずがこの試合だけに考えるから、その後練習はもういつも私練習に泊まって。
So I usually focus on one fight at a time, but I never stop training. So I have constantly been training since my last fight. Usually when the fight is confirmed, I train a little harder, but it doesn't take away the fact that I train every day. So for this one, the order is quite different, but I have been training, and I'm just going to be focused on this fight on Sunday. This is a short notice fight for you, but would you be proudly representing Rizin as a Rizin champion?
これは本当に私の嬉しと。
Yeah, so this is one of the biggest concerns that I have taking such a short notice fight is that I don't want to put a bad name to Rizin and my name because of a poor performance. So that's one of the things that I had to think about to make sure that I could not, to make sure that I would put on a performance that would not let people down. But yeah, taking this fight, I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Suzuki, you just fought roughly about a month ago. Now you're fighting the Bellator champion Patricio. What are your thoughts behind taking this fight?
まあその試合が終わってこういろいろ自分自身その考え直して、まあ、練習環境だったり自分のまあもろもろ変えようかなって悩んでて、まあ、それこそ海外に練習行ってみようとか。
So as I had my submission loss in my last fight, I was kind of in limbo, not sure what to do with my career. But I was thinking about where to go, where to train, and how to make myself better as a fighter, and that's when I got the call. And you know, for me, there was absolutely no reason for me to refuse. Taking on the best is a great opportunity. And like Patricio said earlier, you know, I'm not a warrior, but I'm a fighter. I'm dedicated to the sport. I'm constantly training. I'm constantly ready for any kind of offer. So, you know, like I said, I don't have any excuses to turn down this fight. When I got this offer, I took it in a question to both fighters, Suzuki and Patricio. What is your opponent's impression, and where do you think you're better at? Starting from Suzuki.
まあ世間の人はもう多分見ている人はもう全員僕が負けると思ってると思うんで、だから。
I know that everybody here watching this presser is predicting my loss, but I know that my heart is somewhere that I can beat. I have an iron heart. My determination and will is something that I will not lose against. I wasn't able to land my shots in Hokkaido, but I promise you that in this Rizin event, the next Rizin event, I will land my strikes and put on a show.
He is a great fighter and a great victor to me.
Question to Suzuki. Since your last fight, when did you start getting back to training?
まあその試合前に比べて、まあ、以前の試合前に比べたら練習量落ちてるんですけど、まあ、ジムの先輩が、まあ、試合とかがあるんで、まあ、スパーリング相手になったりとか、まあ、ランニングとか、まあ、ちょくちょくやってたんですけど、まあ貯金があるんで、その以前の試合の、まあ、ある意味その疲労が溜まってたんで、それを抜く期間だなと思ったら、まあ全然問題ないですよね。だからまあ練習いつ頃なのかな。
I haven't been completely out of shape. I've been sparring for fighters who have upcoming fights. I've been conditioning, so I don't really remember when I got back in the gym, but I have been working out, so that's not an issue.
A question for the champion Roberto Souza. So you fought AJ McKee, you fought Tofik Musayev, and now you have a fight against Patricky lined up here. So you fought 3 fighters who are in the Grand Prix. Before you were entered into the Grand Prix, was there someone that you thought was the favorite, and was there a matchup that you were looking forward to the most if you were going to fight in the Grand Prix?
Yes, Khabib's cousin Usman. He's the current Bellator champion, and he's a very high-level fighter. If that opportunity comes along, I would like to face Usman.